My next guest clearly does not like getting paid by the hour because he's coming off another finish, this time in the first round over JP Bay's UFC Fight Night back on August 12th. It is Marcus McGhee, the Maniac, back here on the program. Marcus, how are you?
I'm doing great, brother. I'm doing great, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing awesome. I didn't knock a guy out on the weekend, though. You did. That was a very impressive win, man. And I know an opponent switch up as well. Simple question. Could that fight have gone any better?
I'd like to say yes, but I don't know. That was better than I could have ever imagined. So, like it was a better plan than I had. So,
Yeah.
definitely went to plan.
Well, you were the favorite this time I saw going on in the betting odds. I don't know if that made it I don't know if you looked at that or that meant anything. Because some fighters, they like being the underdog because they get counted out, right?
Yeah, and I honestly do. I do like being the underdog, and I was kind of getting mad for JP. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Yeah.
I'm that type of guy. I was like, man, I don't know, they're doubting this guy, and da, 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 da. Like it makes it seem like he's not gonna be good enough to come out and fight me, and it kind of took away from me a little bit, So I was like, nah, I didn't let it affect me too much. Like it didn't bother me, but it was something that I did. I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about it.
Now, it was such a short fight. I mean, there's not a ton we can take away from it. Was there anything at all that maybe surprised you? Were there things that you did? You're like, hey, I followed that to a T. Like, what do you take out of a fight that ends that quickly?
Yeah, honestly, JP has a lot more power than I think that people realize. He hasn't got a chance to show it, because he did clip me with one punch, and I felt that punch. I didn't feel it like where I was like hurt or drop or anything like that, but I was like, damn, he just punched me in the eye. So and then but I wouldn't say nothing really surprised me. We trained for this, it's funny because even around the time that we were fighting, I'd usually be training anyways, doing 10, 15 rounds with everyone else at the gym. So for me, it was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go do 3 rounds with this guy today on a full belly. That's what we're gonna do. So nothing too surprising about it. I felt like I could find that shot. I felt like I could put him away early. Like I really believe in that. But I was telling my buddy, he was like, man, you just know that you're gonna go finish all these guys. Like I don't know it. I just tell myself I'm gonna go for it if it comes and let it happen. But it's like I always want to, but I never know it. I never tell myself, oh, this guy's got no chance.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it worked out. And hey, another bonus, man. That's a nice perk as well in getting the victory. I asked you last time, I'll ask you again. What's the plans with the bonus money?
Just to hopefully get back on my completely back on feet, pay all my debts off completely. I was pretty close to it with the last 50 and everything. So it'll be nice to get that taken care of and be in the green now. And then take care of some of my teammates and stuff. I do want to take my kids to do something as well, because I know I said I was going to do it
last
time.
interview. Yeah, I was going to bring it up. You did, so it's okay. It's all good.
Yeah. Lucky enough they love me, and we did, like, even though we don't get to go as many places and we don't really go out as much as I would like us to. We have a lot of fun together, So like they're not even really too worried about it. It's more me just wanting to create moments before they get too old to have the moments. So they're not necessarily worried about it because there's just so much love that we have anyways. But yeah, do something with them would be great. I have an Escalade that's been sitting out in front of my yard, broke down for 3 years. I would like to put some
Three
money in.
years? Really?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
yeah, because I bought it and it's mine. It's a 2004, and I paid it all the way off with my job, But right when I paid it off, it ended up breaking down. Go figure. So I
Wow.
had to get a truck and a different truck anyway. So I've been doing payments on that truck, but everyone told me to sell the Escalade. I was like, this is a Escalade. Those
Yeah.
go for $100,000
Yeah.
nowadays. I'd
Yeah.
rather just put 10,000 into the Escalade and get it back running and turn it into a decent vehicle. I got kids too coming up. They're going to be driving soon. I'm like, yeah, I'm not getting rid of it.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm sure that bonus money, school's getting back in session. That stuff's not cheap. Even my kid, he's going into grade 1. I'm like, man, I can't believe how much they're asking for some of this stuff, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. Lucky enough, my wife actually teaches at the school for my youngest too.
That's right. Okay, gotcha. So probably get a discount or at least something a little bit easier, right? So
yeah, and she's so good about she's just so good at bargain buying, even though she spends too much money on everything else. She's really good about making sure she gets all that stuff at a good price. And so she's so amazing. She took care of them already earlier on in the year, so I don't even have to worry about any of that. Yeah, so that's good.
yeah. Back to the night, the fight itself. You were earlier on the card, which is great because you get the win. You can kind of relax. Like, how did you enjoy yourself after the fight? Did you get to celebrate at all?
Yeah, I basically just ate. That's my biggest thing, Like I have to be on a pretty strict diet when I'm in camp, and I get to eat good still. Like it's not like I'm killing myself but I don't get to eat the things I want to eat. So I went and got some good food. As you can see, a little bit thicker right now. Like I feel like I got 1 or 2 more days of eating like this, and then I got to quit.
Yeah.
But I just got some food. My wife actually was out there too, so that was pretty cool for her to be there. So hung out with the wife. My mom came out, so we went out and met them. I can't think about the like Fremont Street or something like that.
Yep.
Hung out there for for about 2 hours, and then headed back to the hotel because we had an early flight. So it was cool to get out and do a little bit of something. We still have not been as adults been to Vegas just to like go be in Vegas. So
Yeah. No, I hear you. It's funny on my side of that. Like anytime I've been to Vegas, it's to cover a UFC event. So I'm the same sort of thing. Like I haven't really gone out, and like a couple of years later, my wife and I like went for a trip on our own, and it was good. We could actually like enjoy it because like it's the same thing. Not mind you, I'm not getting punched in the face. It's a little bit different, but you know what I mean. It's not the same when you're there for work, right? So
Exactly. You're there for work. You're kind of focused. You have a routine going on. You're not trying to just go out and just enjoy what's going on in the city. So yeah, we got to get out there one of these days and just enjoy it. So that'll be a plan too.
Now in terms of actually before we talk about what's next for you, your buddy's fighting this weekend in Boston, Sean O'Malley. Are you going to be going there for that, or are you staying back and watching it at home?
Yeah, I'll be staying back and watching at home too. And my boy Mario Bautista is fighting on there
That's
too.
right. I forgot he got a late fight on there because Garbrandt fell out, so Damon Blackshear stepped up, which was great.
Yep. So yeah, I'm excited for both of them. I'm excited to see both of them perform. Honestly, they've both been looking great. I mean, just the work that's been put in, it's crazy, man. So definitely looking forward to watching them go out there and just shine. Be free with all their tools. So, and it's going to be great to see Suge go win that belt because I really think he has the opportunity to do so, and I think he's going to capitalize on that. And one thing about Sugar is he shows up under those bright lights better than he shows up anywhere else. And I think
Yeah.
that's a skill that most people can't hone. And he hones that very well. So it'll be great to go see how they both compete and be rooting them on from the couch.
What do you got planned the rest of the week? I know lots of time with the kids, probably before they go back to school. But what do you got going on?
Yeah, so they're already back in school. So, honestly,
Right. You know why? Sorry, you know why I got that mixed up? Because in Canada, the kids go back to school in September, not August. It's weird. I don't know why we do it backwards. So
yeah, it's so weird how everything plays out differently in the world. Like, it's like,
yeah,
it doesn't make any sense. Like, why aren't we on the same page here, guys?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'd like my kids to be back because right now they're hanging out a lot here. Although actually, no, they're in daycare. But my son will be happier when he's in school with his friends and stuff, right? So,
and that's exactly how they are. Like, they were so tired of being at home. Like, they get excited for it, and then they're like, man, I miss my friends. I want to be at school. I want to be doing things. So they're all back at school. So basically, it's so funny because I told myself, like, and I think it gives me a way to be free in the cage too. Because I told myself, I was like, man, I got a yard to clean and a house to take care of when I get back, no matter what.
Yeah, so yeah, you're back to dad Marcus as opposed to the fighter Marcus, like you're like Clark Kent, So
exactly. So that's what that's what I did today. I woke up, took care of some things around the house, clean clothes, sweeping on the couches, things that the kids won't do. You can tell them a million times, but they're not going to do it. So just cleaning up and doing a couple things around the house, taking care of the yard, and then I trained yesterday too. So I'll get myself back into training before the end of the weekend, and then just kind of enjoy some food. That's about it. Enjoy a little bit of food on the way there.
When do you want to get back in there? When do you want to have that next one?
I'm thinking November. That sounds good. I know Kyler was talking about November. It'd be dope to find the card with Kyler, like with a teammate. I haven't done that yet either in the UFC, so I'd be game for that. So November sounds like a good time. Gives me plenty of time to get better, so I can get a few weeks of just working on things I want to work on, working on new techniques. Maybe I'll come out and wrestle one of these guys. They're gonna be like wrestling Marcus, but
yeah.
So I want to go back to the drawing board and do some training, and then it'd be great to get another 6-8 week camp in. So I think that'd be perfect, November. And then I can celebrate the holidays with the family. So early November,
There you go. You got the timeline all figured out. Make sure you're not missing any turkey or anything at the end of the year, right? So that's important.
Exactly. It'd be the first year where I could actually just unforgivingly enjoy the holidays. So that'd be nice.
Yeah. Any opponents of mine, man? You got 2 really big wins. Like again, especially this last one, a quick finish. Like you get finishes like that, we're gonna start, talking about you fighting these ranked guys soon. I would think. Do you have anyone in mind, or just any fights you look at that think that would be a fun fight?
Yeah, I look at all these guys so respectfully, and dangerously. For me to pick a guy, I mean, there's not too many guys I'm gonna say no to. We'll say that. Okay. That's why I want to make sure I'm ready for these guys so I don't doubt him at all. And I'm not in a rush either, so I'm not in a rush to like jump up. We'll we'll do our work. It's nice to have finished two guys like that. But you know, I feel like I'm the type of person that I'm willing to work. You know, I want to work. I want to show myself. I'm not necessarily trying to get fast tracked. I want to do it the right way. So we'll wait to hear what they say about opponents. I got some ideas. I got some guys that think will want to fight me. You know, there's plenty of guys out there that I'm sure that will want to fight me, but a couple guys that have already said little things online or, you know, hinted at things toward me. So I'm not going to call any of them out, but, you know, if they want to fight and the UFC wants us to fight, I'm down. So
There you go. And making time for interviews, Marcus. Appreciate it, man. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
yeah, just normal. You know, shout out to my team, the MMA Lab. Shout out to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And then shout out to my new well, not my new marketing, but some of my merch guys. His name's Mental Joe. This is one of our new shirts that we just dropped. It's on our website now. One of the Maniac Glove ones, but shout out to them. They're doing great things in the mental health space, and definitely go check them out if you guys like to. Mental Joe Apparel. And I got some shirts on there too. So yeah, and then G4 always helping me out and being here for me. So I guess I can't ever down them either. Iridium Sports Agency, I better shout them out. Those are my guys too. So yeah, definitely love the support.